Let's talk a little bit about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and Golden Boy, son-in-law of Donald Trump, Jared Kushner, husband of Ivanka Trump. To reset the backstory for you on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, in case you've forgotten, Trump campaigned on, I'm going to solve the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. And you, at the time, might have wondered, wait, people who actually know about the conflict and understand the conflict have been unable to solve the conflict. Why is it Donald Trump, who knows nothing about it, is going to be able to solve it? Well, part of Trump's reasoning was that Jared Kushner, his son-in-law, and Ambassador David Friedman were going to be able to solve the entire thing. Now, the reality has been the exact opposite of that. Jared Kushner, completely incompetent. Friedman, the last person who should be involved in that discussion. He actually said at one point that he believes there should be more Israeli settlements and was a very loud voice in the push for moving the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem and recognizing Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. All terrible ideas. And from very early on in this administration, Jared Kushner was involved in shaping policy around the Middle East related to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. In fact, when Trump went on that first, now infamous, diplomatic trip to Israel and other parts of the Middle East, Jared Kushner was right there because he was Trump's guy, I guess, in the area. We've now learned through very good reporting by the New York Times that just before that trip, right, just before Jared Kushner went with Donald Trump to the Middle East to be involved in negotiating American policy there, Kushner's family real estate company received $30 million from Menora Mivtachim, which is an insurance company that happens to be one of Israel's largest financial institutions. Maybe a conflict of interest. Now, the $30 million deal was not public. It added new equity to 10 Maryland apartment buildings that Jared Kushner's company controls. So let's break down what is and what is not with regard to this $30 million. Number one, I'm not saying, nor is there evidence that this was illegal, okay? The law is actually really, really narrow on this. And it doesn't seem that federal ethics laws were violated by this. It doesn't appear, nor am I suggesting that Jared Kushner personally negotiated the $30 million deal. But Kushner knows he has a stake in this business. He knows that he will make a bunch of money from this deal. So what I am saying is that this could be the most biased and partial group of people involved in the negotiation of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, to the extent that there's actually any negotiation going on, and it's unclear that there is. And to go back to the very beginning, the story from Trump was, we are going to fix the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Jared Kushner and David Friedman are going to negotiate, and the U.S. is going to be the referee, the arbiter of solving the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. To be an arbiter, or at least to be a potentially effective arbiter, there needs to be some credibility to the idea that you're not coming in as a biased party in the negotiations. It's like the referee in a sporting event. You need an unbiased person calling the fouls. We know that Trump's ambassador, David Friedman, has the position of wanting more settlements by Israel in the disputed territories. It's an outrageous and extreme position, and it immediately signals him as not a credible arbiter. We know that Donald Trump's decision to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, when in fact it is still a disputed territory in the conflict, it's completely partial to the Israelis. And there could be no better proof that the United States cannot be an unbiased arbiter of peace talks in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. And now, sort of the cherry on top, we've learned that Jared Kushner's family businesses are profiting from doing business with a major Israeli financial company. And he, Pat, is going to be the guy who solves the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. It's absolutely laughable.
And there have been so many moments where we've wondered, why doesn't just Jared Kushner resign, right? Because when he got caught lying for his national security clearance, or maybe when like the Don Jr., Natalia Veselnitskaya news broke about that meeting in Trump Tower he was involved in, we thought, you know, he could probably leave with some sort of grace. He could resign, and because he's part of the Trump family, he could go to the family business. He could work with the Kushner family again. Now we realize that it's not because he doesn't want to be embarrassed so much as that he's profiting from this presidency.
He doesn't need to leave the White House in order to keep working for the family business. And I mean, another part of it might be, according to Michael Wolff's book, Fire and Fury, Ivanka and Kushner know the deep what that they're in, but that they feel that they just can't leave. Like, in
Yeah.
other words, that because of they're in completely intractable positions in that Trump administration and they have to be there. Anyway, if you're going to wait around hoping that there's consequences to Jared Kushner for being involved in this, forget it, right? I mean, former Vice President Dick Cheney was directly involved with Halliburton financially, which supplied the American military. He pushed for war in Iraq, a war that greatly enriched Halliburton. There were no consequences. There's not going to be any consequences here.
Yeah, Donald Trump is pushing that tax plan that ended up benefiting him greatly
Yeah,
too.
there's just never repercussions. Forget it. If the idea is repercussions, and of course, there's always projection, right? Is there anything that Trump has accused Hillary Clinton of doing that his administration hasn't done? He was accusing Hillary Clinton of taking money from foreign countries and foreign businesses, and here are Trump's own inner circle family members doing the exact same thing. It's just politics as usual at warp speed, right? That's what we're learning. Drain the swamp was actually the opposite. It was fill the swamp. Send me your thoughts. I'm on Twitter at dpakman. The show is on Twitter at David Pakman Show. We'll take a quick break and be back with more after this. Today's program is brought to you by Skillshare. I don't know if you made New Year's resolutions. I tend not to, and really try to, on a more monthly basis, think about where am I focusing my energy. And one place I'm increasingly focusing my time and energy is learning new skills. And that's exactly what is made possible by Skillshare, which is an online learning platform. They have more than 18,000 classes, business topics, tech, design, and more. And whether your goal is just to deepen your professional skill set or maybe start a side business or just learn something new for the sake of learning new things, Skillshare can help you learn in 2018 and beyond. And I took their logo design class. Absolutely fascinating. And I'm just such an uncreative person when it comes to anything visual that to really go through the process of learning the building blocks of something like logo design was absolutely fascinating for me. And the teacher for the class was also really great. There's a limited time offer from Skillshare for David Pakman Show viewers and listeners. 3 months of Skillshare for 99 cents. This is an incredible deal. 33 cents per month. 3 months, 99 cents. To sign up, go to Skillshare.com/Pakman99. Okay, one more time, Skillshare.com/Pakman99 to get 3 months of Skillshare for only 99 cents. Act now, and you can start learning today.